Hello, it is good to be with you today. We are going to talk about something many people feel. It is when you have something you need to do. Maybe it is homework. Maybe it is cleaning your room. Maybe it is making a phone call. You know you need to do it. But starting feels very, very hard. Does that ever happen to you? You want to start, but your body or your mind just feels stuck. You might do other things instead. You might watch TV or play a game or just sit and worry about the task you are not doing. This feeling of not starting things is sometimes called procrastination. It means putting things off. It can make you feel worried or sad or even angry at yourself. It is not about being lazy. Many smart and good people find it hard to start tasks sometimes. It is a feeling that can be tricky. But what if I told you there is a very simple trick? A trick that takes only 1 minute, just 60 seconds. This 1 minute trick can help you get unstuck. It can help you start doing the things you need to do. It sounds small, right? Just 1 minute. But sometimes the smallest keys open the biggest doors. This little trick helped me so much, and I want to share it with you today. It is like a little helper for your brain. Welcome to Voojo. This is a place where we learn simple ways to feel better and do better. We talk about small steps, called micro habits. Micro means very small. Habit means something you do often. So, micro habits are very small things you do often that can change your life in big ways. We want to help you find your energy, your spark inside. We call that your Voojo. It is like finding your wings to fly forward. Today, we are learning about a special 1 minute micro habit. This habit helps when you find it hard to start things, when you keep putting things off. This trick is easy. You do not need special tools. You just need yourself and maybe a clock or phone for 1 minute. Let's learn how this tiny minute can make a huge difference in stopping that "I'll do it later" feeling. We want to help you start now, not later. Why is starting sometimes so hard? Let's think about it. Sometimes a task looks too big. Imagine you have to clean your whole house. That sounds like a lot of work. Your brain might say, "Whoa, that's too much. I don't want to do that right now." Or maybe you are worried you won't do a good job. If you have to write a story for school, maybe you worry it won't be good enough. Worrying about not being perfect can make you not want to start at all. Sometimes you just don't know where to start. If a project has many steps, it can feel confusing. Your brain gets tired just thinking about it, and sometimes it just becomes a habit to put things off. You get used to waiting until the last minute. All these reasons make starting feel like trying to push a very heavy rock. Your brain wants to avoid hard things. It wants to do easy things, fun things. So it tells you, let's do that hard thing later. But later often doesn't feel good either. You still worry about the task. You might feel guilty. You might get stressed when the time runs out. So putting things off doesn't really solve the problem. It just makes the feeling last longer. We need a way to make starting feel easier. So, what is this easy 1 minute trick? Are you ready to learn it? It is very simple. People sometimes call it the 1 minute rule for starting.
If our videos are helping you to improve your habits and make the most of your potential in a more rational way, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and don't forget to click the bell to receive all our posts, okay? Help the channel to continue transforming lives through information. The video continues.
Here is what you do. Think about a task you have been putting off. Maybe it is reading a chapter in a book. Maybe it is starting your homework. Maybe it is putting away your clothes. When you think about doing it, you might feel that, ugh, I don't want to feeling. That is the moment to use the trick. You tell yourself very clearly, I will only do this task for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. You can look at a clock or set a timer on a phone for 60 seconds. For that 1 minute, you just start doing the task. If it is reading, you read for 1 minute. If it is homework, you write for 1 minute. If it is clothes, you put away clothes for 1 minute. You only have to do it for 60 seconds. That is your promise to yourself. What happens after the minute is up? You are totally free to stop. If you want to stop, you can. You did your 1 minute. You kept your promise. There is no rule that says you have to keep going. Why does this work so well? It feels like a little bit of magic, but it is really about how our brains work. Think about that heavy rock again. Trying to push it seems impossible. But what if you only had to push it just a tiny little bit? Just enough to make it wiggle. That sounds much easier, right? Doing a task for only 1 minute is like that tiny push. Your brain thinks, 1 minute? That's easy, I can do that. It doesn't feel scary or too big, so the start button in your brain gets pushed more easily. You get past that first hard part, the starting part. Now here is the interesting part. Often, once you start, even for just 1 minute, something happens. You are already doing the task. You have started moving. It is often easier to keep moving than it was to start moving in the first place. Like rolling a ball, once it is rolling, it keeps going more easily. So many times, after the 1 minute is up, you might just keep going. Maybe you read for 5 more minutes. Maybe you finish that small part of your homework. Maybe you put away all the clothes. The 1 minute trick helps you get over the biggest hurdle, starting. What happens next is often a bonus. Also, every time you start, even for a minute, your brain feels a little bit happy. It feels like a small win. I did it. I started. That good feeling makes it easier to try the trick again next time. You are teaching your brain that starting feels good. What happens when you use this trick often? Lots of good things. First, you start getting more things done. Even if you only do 1 minute sometimes, other times you will keep going. Slowly, your list of things to do gets smaller. Second, you feel better about yourself. You feel less worried and less guilty. You feel more in control. When you know you have a trick to help you start, tasks feel less scary. You start to believe you can do things. This feeling is called self-confidence, believing in yourself. Third, you break the habit of putting things off. A habit is something you do without thinking. If you always put things off, that is a habit. If you start using the 1 minute trick often, starting becomes your new habit. You are replacing the old habit with a new, helpful one. Does this mean you will never put things off again? Maybe not. We are all human. But it means you have a powerful tool to use whenever you feel stuck. You know how to get unstuck. That changes everything. It helps you stop the cycle of putting things off, feeling bad, and then putting things off even more.
Hey you, igniting your Voojo with micro habits. Have you ever thought about the power of your journey? Every challenge you've overcome, every tiny habit that transformed your day, could inspire someone who needs a little push. Share your story in the comments. Tell us how a micro habit changed your life or that moment you chose not to give up. Your experience might be the spark that helps someone else soar higher. Got a topic you'd love to see on the channel? Drop your suggestions for micro habits or challenges you want us to explore. Together, let's build a community that lifts everyone up. Leave your comment now, your voice matters.
Some people might think 1 minute is too short, it won't help with my big project. That is a good thought. Remember, the 1 minute is not about finishing the big project. It is only about starting it. Starting is the key. Every big project is made of many small steps. The 1 minute trick helps you take the very first small step, and then maybe the next day you take another 1 minute step. Or maybe after the first minute you feel like doing 5 minutes. It is about making progress little by little. Think about climbing stairs. You don't jump to the top all at once. You climb one step at a time. The 1 minute rule is like making that first step really easy to take. What if you try it and you stop after exactly 1 minute? Is that a failure? No, not at all. You should feel proud. You started. You did what you promised yourself. You faced the task instead of running away. That is a big win. Maybe tomorrow you will do another minute, or maybe you will feel like doing more. Be kind to yourself. The goal is just to make starting easier. You can also try a 2-minute rule or a 5-minute rule if that feels better for some tasks. Find what works for you. The main idea is make the start feel super easy. How can you try this today? Think of one thing, just one little thing, you have been putting off. Got it in your head? Okay. Now when you have a moment, maybe right after this video, decide to try the 1-minute rule. Tell yourself, just 1 minute. Set a timer if it helps, and just begin. Do that one thing for only 60 seconds. Pay attention to how it feels to start. Pay attention to how you feel after the minute is up. Maybe you will surprise yourself. This is how you use your Voojo, that inner energy. You use it to take one small action, to start flying just a little bit. I would love to know what you think. What is one task you might try this 1-minute trick on? You can write it in the comments below if you like. Sometimes just saying it helps. We can all share ideas and cheer each other on. If this video helped you understand something new, or if it made you feel a little more hopeful, please give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe to Voojo. We share lots of simple ideas like this one. Micro habits to help you with school, work, feelings, and just living a happier life. Click the bell too, so you know when we have a new video for you. Remember, big changes often start with very small beginnings. A journey starts with one step. A task starts with 1 minute. You have the power to start. Just find that little spark, your Voojo, and go for it. Thank you so much for watching today. Keep taking those small steps, keep flying, and I will see you next time.